So remember, a lot of us are using different tools. So I'm going to coach you through a couple different variations, and you're going to use the one that you have available to you. So everyone should start sitting on the ground. If you have a main foam roller, we're going to go ahead and start with the calves. Good. So we're going to take that. So what I want you to do is you're going to pull your toe up. Couple things before we start. When you foam roll, just remember, this is going to feel slightly discomforting, a little bit of bruising, and it can also feel like what I call stinging. So I want you to never go above a 10, or I'm sorry, about a 7 or 8 out of a 10. Now that doesn't mean you're going to jam. I want you to very lightly press, and you're thinking of massaging out your muscles. So now flex your foot, and I want you to just find your calf muscle. Okay, so outline the calf muscle. So we have 2 zones for the calf. Zone 1 is right at the base of the calf where the Achilles actually meets into the gastroc. Take your roller and place it right under there. If you are using the stick, you're going to take the stick and you're also going to place it right at that point. Your other leg should be straight. If you're using the stick, you're going to pull the stick to the middle of the calf and then back down. Middle of the calf and then back down. If you're using the roller, you're going to slightly bend your knee and extend your leg. Bend the knee and extend your leg. Now the hardest part is you have to keep your foot relaxed. So try not to move your foot. And again, keep moving on the roller. If you're with the stick, you're pulling up and pushing down. And now start to kind of move your leg to the side. Move it in, move it out. If you see, I'm using the stick, so I'm moving the stick in and out. There you go. But just keep rolling so you can turn in. Good. And then center, and then turn out. So I like to say that we're exploring this area. Good. You're exploring just to kind of find those little trigger points, see where you feel discomforted. Now, hold the area that has the most discomfort. Apply a little bit of pressure. If you need more, you can drape the other leg on top. This is going to make it harder. And then if you need more, you can lean forward and feel like you're compressing. If you're using the stick, you're just going to pull that into the leg. And now take your leg and feel like you're scratching it across the roller. So I'm going to move back a little bit. I might even release my leg. Remember, if it's too tight, I don't want you to be putting too much pressure on the muscle. Just side to side, make sure the feet are relaxed. Good. And then pause. Now bring the roller to the center of the muscle. And now we're going to roll to the back of the knee and into the center of the muscle. Back of the knee and into the center muscle. Now you can be doing this sitting with a chair if you have a stick roller and you're just doing the same thing. We're going to go from the center all the way up. Now this region, we naturally are going to hold more tension in the lateral side of the gastroc, which is also where your IT band comes down. So go ahead and start to explore, turning the legs side to side. Good. Keep moving along, relax your foot. And remember, think about a self-massage. You're trying to break up that fascia that can be inhibiting joint function. And a lot of us have been walking a lot more lately. So I've been getting a lot of calls about lower ankle issues, even some shin splints, if you will. So these are the areas that you really want to roll, especially after you walk. Good. And if you have multiple tools, try the different ones and see. Try to relax your foot. I see some toes pointing up. Try to relax. There you go, Sally. Now, hold right in the center. And now I want you to take your leg and roll it out and in. Roll the leg out and in. So if I have the stick, I'm going to hold the center and I'm going to rotate the stick. This is where you're going to start to feel those big lumps. It's going to feel like it's rolling over the edge. Don't worry. The muscles run vertical and we're going against the grain, so not to worry. And just keep going side to side. Good. We're going to do 2 more. Nice and easy. The key is slow and compress. Go ahead and come off the roller, release the stick, and then take that foot and just point and flex the ankle. Good. So it should feel a little more available. You should feel some blood flow. Now the other region I like to get here are the perineals, which are the muscles in between, and then also your tibialis. So if you have just a regular roller, no worry. You're going to place it right on the front of the shin, you're going to apply pressure and you're going to roll it. If you have a ball, that would be a really good preference right now. If you have a stick, that would be another good preference. So outline your bone, find your shin bone, and then just the lateral of that shin bone, and you're going to press down and pull up. Good. This is the region it usually starts to sting. For one, it's not a lot of flesh there. For two, it is just normally a very tight zone. You don't pick it up care of our lower body. Good. So Sally, just keep pushing down on that roller. So again, the stick, if I have the ball, I'm doing the same thing. Everything should be able to roll, and you are going to apply as much pressure as you need. So I'm just showing you all of these tools are capable of achieving and helping. So keep going. Now find the area where there's a little bit more tenderness. I want you to press into it, and now I want you to feel like you're scrubbing it or scratching. Push down and separate it. Again, you're going to start to feel that little bit of stinging, some zapping. Go to what you can tolerate. Now start to turn your knee in, and now go along that outside, that middle. Don't worry, if you feel a little bit of crunching at the top and you naturally know that you're tight in the hips and your IT band gets tight, that's all that zone is. That's also the trigger point. So just pull up and push down. Feel that blood flow. And then bring it down to your foot for a second. Push down into it. And the same thing. Feel like you're scratching it. Feel like you're trying to scrub it. We're just getting that superficial release, that sticky top layer of the fascia and the skin. Good. And then come back to the side. And then one more time, really rub into that lateral side. Down and up. Get yourself into a comfortable position. Remember, sitting in a chair is a better option for you by all means, whatever works. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and release. Go ahead and bring that foot out and then draw some ankle circles. See if you can get a couple pops in there and get it to release. And then we'll go to the other side. Good. Now from here, separate your toes and now scrunch them together. Separate the toes and scrunch them together. And one more. Separate the toes and shake it out. And now let's go to the left side. It's very normal for one side to be more tight than the other. So depending on where you're at, this could be the easier side, it could be the harder. Same thing. Flex the foot, find the muscle, find that lower attachment of the muscle into the Achilles tendon. If you have the stick, you're going to take it right under, take your hands underhand, and you're going to start to roll to the middle and then back down. Roll to the middle, back down. If you're using the roller, you're going to make sure that foot stays relaxed. The only joint moving is your knee. So I bend the knee and extend. And ideally, when you bend, you're releasing the pressure. When you extend, you're increasing it. Bend and release, extend and compress. Keep working to relax the foot. Now start to rotate your knee out or pull the stick to the lateral side a little bit and start to get that lateral side of the gastroc. Good. Make sure we're breathing. Remember, self-massaging. That's your goal. Self-massaging. It starts to feel good. If it's extremely painful, back off on some of the compression. Simply said, you're pushing too hard. We don't have to jam it to feel it. Make sure to roll back to center, and you just explore it. See what you feel. Where do you feel that tenderness? For me on this one, it's right in the center. So find that spot and hold it, and now scrape the leg side to side. And remember, if I need more pressure, I'm going to put my leg on top. This is where you're going to start to feel that separation, that rolling off the edge. Not to worry. Just keep breathing into it. Press down to your vestibility. I like to move a little bit sometimes, forward and back when I do this. Get into that what feels good for you state and pause. Now let's go to zone 2. So bring your roller to the middle of the ankle or middle of the gastroc. So right in the center of your calf. I'm going to use the stick just so you guys can see the variation. And now pull it toward the knee and then back to the center. So if your foot's on the roller, you're bending and extending your knee, but please relax the feet. Try not to flex. When you flex the toe, you're activating the muscle. So really try to relax. Foot relaxes. Bend and extend. If you need more weight, put that right leg on it If you still need more weight, I'm going to need you to lift your body up and really start to roll. This is where we got to get a little strength in the shoulders. So if that doesn't work, this is where the stick comes into play, because you can get those nice juicy compressions without having to strain the shoulders. Breathe into it. Now, if you notice when I'm rolling, I'm using my body, so I don't sit here and just use my arms. So put your body into it. Good. Get to that lateral side of the gastroc. So if your leg's on the roller, you're simply going to turn your knee out. If you're using the stick, I'm going to bring it to the outside. Great job. Keep breathing into it. Whatever you do, don't hold your breath. Yes, foam rolling can build up the sweat. Yes, you're going to feel like you're working, so just hang on. Find that area where there's a little more tenderness. And now we're going to start to scratch side to side. Good. Keep that little bit of compression. Breathe into it. Inhale into that trigger point. Exhale. Let it go. Couple more here. 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. We're going to go ahead and come off, and we're going to go into that tibialis and the perineal muscles, the ones that run inside. Usually when we get shin splints, these are the muscles that have really been strained. So if you're using your roller, go ahead and bring it out in front and find your shin bone. And then you're going to go just to the outside of your shin bone, and you're going to put pressure on that roller, and you're moving forward and back. If your lower back is tight or your hamstrings, bend your left knee. If you have a stick, bend the leg, and you're going to go ahead and go down and trace. Push and pull. Or if you have, I know some of you have the peanut. I don't have my peanut with me, I have my M5, but if I have the peanut, I would also use that on this zone because it adds a little bit more compression. There you go. So try out the different tools that you have. And remember, start with light compression. Good. Push and pull. Nice and steady. Some of us, the tools that we have are a little smoother. Some of us have ridges in them, especially in trigger points. So just don't dig as deep. If you have the plastic roller, same thing. Just don't push as deep. Now turn your knee in and get into those perineals, the muscles in the middle of the ankle. Remember, this is where you're going to feel that stinging and a difference or in addition to that bruising. Now find the area where you feel a little bit more tenderness, and I want you to go ahead and scrub it out. Side to side, quick. You want to build heat. Like if I was to rub my hands together, that's the same heat that you're trying to get. Fascia is more changeable when it has some heat and blood flow to it. Keep breathing. Almost there. You can move a little bit as you're scrubbing for 4, 3, 2, and time. Go ahead and release. And then take that left foot and point and flex. So you can get a couple cracks there. Good. Just give your body a little bit of a break. And now we're going to circle in, out, and around. In, out, and around. All right, so now we're going to move right into the quads from here. Actually, go ahead and point and flex those feet. Your ankles should just feel a little bit more available. So down the quad, we have 2 things. If getting into a forearm plank is just not your cup of tea, I want you to stay going with your stick. If all you have is a knee roller, not to worry. Everybody, we're going to start with the right leg. So if you have this foam roller, I need you on your hands and knees. If you're staying with the stick, you're going to straighten your leg and you're going to bend, and that stick is going to go right in front of your knee. So if you're rolling with the stick, you're going to be pulling the stick to you and toward the knee. If you're rolling on the roller, hello, Spider-Man crawl. You're going to take that roller right against your right knee. You're going to lay down on the roller, and then I'm going to take my left knee out to the side. So when I get into the roller, I'm really resting my weight into my leg. Good. Can you guys see that? So this leg is out. I'm down on my forearms. My foot is off the mat. So now I'm going to roll the roller to the center of my thigh and then back to my knee. And if you have a stick, do the same succession of movements. So the knee to the center of the thigh. Remember to move your body, especially if you're using the stick. Do not maintain the tension in your shoulders. Roll to the center of the thigh and roll to the knee. Now breathe. If this is too much, you can always come up onto your hands, which takes some of your body weight off. You can also put your foot on the floor. We're gonna do 4 more passes. Good. Now, if you have a stick, you're just gonna hold and do a compression with this next one. So right above the knee, I want everyone to hold. If you're on the foam roller, you're gonna bend your leg and extend. If you have the stick, I want you to push down into it and apply pressure into that zone. Good. If you're bending and extending, please draw your belly button in. Make sure your tailbone points down. I don't want any pressure on your lower back. We're gonna do 2 more here. You're gonna bend, we're gonna extend, and 1 more. Really letting that quadricep release, and then pause. If you're on the roller, move it to the center of your thigh. If you have the stick, just bring it to the center of your thigh also. Now, bring the roller towards your hip. This zone usually gets a little more sensitive. And now pull it back toward the center of your thigh. So you're going to your hip and then to your thigh. So now, maybe you don't need this much weight on the roller. Maybe bring 1 hand up. Whatever you do, keep tightening the core if you're in that plank position. Good. Draw the elbows in if you're using the handheld position. Good. Remember, put your body behind it. This can be very taxing. Our quad muscles, we hold a lot of tension. Just know that a lot of tension in our quads can also lead to lower back problems. Not just the knee, but it can lead to lower back. Now hold in the center of the quad or where you feel a little bit of discomfort. You ready? Bend the knee and extend the leg. So if you have the stick, you're gonna find that area that's more discomfort and I want you to just push into it, apply pressure. Good, make sure you're breathing into it no matter where we're at, team. We're gonna do 2 more flex and extend. Good, and last one. Great. Hold the leg straight. If you're on the roller, go ahead and come off of it. If I can get everybody to get onto their hands and knees, please. And then lay all the way down in a prone position. Now, for some of us, we're just gonna flex our leg and this is where we're gonna stay, and that's fine. If you feel like you wanna go to the next level, I want you to grab your ankle, flex your foot. Now, push your pubic bone down into the mat, and now feel like your knee is reaching to the end of the mat. Now your shoulder, if it's dogging forward, I need you to roll it open. And then if you want to go 1 more step, we can lay all the way flat. So I've given a couple options. This would be number 1. This could be number 2, number 3. Everybody squeeze your glutes, press your pubic bone down, and feel like that knee is reaching through the end of the mat. So you're going to stretch from that quad tendon all the way up to the hip flexor. Take a deep breath in. Now let go of the tension. 1 more deep breath in. And let go of the tension. Slowly let go of that right leg. Come up onto your hands and knees. And then let's prepare for the other side. So if you're going with the roller, it's going to go right in front of your left knee. Your right leg goes out into that Superman, Spider-Man, whichever one you want to be positioned. So get on the roller if that's what you're using. I'm going to show the stick variation for this one. I'm going to cue everything the same. So your left knee should be on the roller. All right. So everybody should be in their position. And we're going to take our roller from the knee to the center of the thigh. Knee to the center of the thigh. And breathe into it. Managing the kids at home with their online schools. They're messaging me along the way. So go from the knee to the center of the thigh. Remember, if you're on the roller, let's say this side is just really, really tight, make sure to come up off of your elbows. Now, if you have the stick and it's really hurting, just back off a little bit. But I don't want us here. Arms relaxed. Use your body. Use your body. I'm also moving that stick side to side. Remember, when we're rolling, it's exploring. All right, pause with the roller just above the knee. If you're on the roller, begin your flex and extend. So you bend the leg and straighten the leg. If you're with me with the stick, we're just going to apply pressure. Maybe you can go side to side a little bit, just really feeling that separation. Our ultimate goal is to get those quad muscles to release Break up some of those fascial knots that again can be impeding our movement in our joints. We should have 2 more flex and extend, or rocking side to side, and time. Bring the roller to the center of your thigh. So that means you're going to move back if you're on the actual roller. And now pull the roller towards your hip and then move back down. Put your whole body behind it. Inhale, exhale. And again, if you need more weight on it, really let your body rest. If you feel that it's too tight, you should come up onto your hands. If you get to a zone that is just so utterly painful, just know you can always pause there and breathe into it. Okay? If you can't move over it, then feel free to stay there and pause. Couple more passes, explore that muscle. We all hold tension in different regions. So maybe yours is more lateral, maybe it's more in the center, maybe it's more medial. Kind of explore. Now find that area that has a little more tension, hold it. If you're prone on the roller, flex and extend. If you're using the stick, we're going to do a little rocking side to side and compression. Ooh, don't worry, you're going to feel some bumps. You might even hear some crunching. Nothing to worry about. Relax your shoulders. But again, comfortably uncomfortable is the word I like to use. Breathe into it for 4, 3, 2, and time. Slowly come on off that roller. We're all going to find our way onto hands and knees once more. So when the quad muscle is tight, it puts pressure on the hip flexor. When the hip flexor is tight, it can change your pelvis. That's how it leads to lower back pain. So lay in that prone position. Your toes are relaxed. Wiggle out your hips. And now we're going to bend our left leg. Maybe you're going to stay here. That's fine. If not, reach back and grab the ankle. Now, when you get to this position, it's important that you squeeze your glutes and press your pubic bone down into the mat. Feel like the knee is reaching to the length of the mat. And then if you want, you can take your body all the way down. Good. Squeeze the glute. The opposing muscle must activate for the other one to lengthen. So if you want the quad and hip to lengthen, the glute and hamstring have to activate. Make sure you're breathing into it. So deep breath in and let it go. And again, deep breath in and let it go. We're going to slowly let go of that left foot, and we're going to bring our hands back by our side, lift your chest, and go ahead and come into a gentle child's pose. Let that lower back release. Now, if your knees are a little achy, take them wider, and then just sit back and down. So you don't have to drop your butt as far back. Let your hips sink as they would like. Maybe even a little bit more dynamic, a rocking type nature. Continue to breathe into it. Good. All right, so we're going to get into the inner thighs. This one and another one, it gets a little fun and regular roller. So let me show this version first. If you have the stick, just go ahead and come into a seated position. If you're using the regular roller, I want you to lay on your left side with your right leg out in front. Don't worry if you're using the stick, I'm going to get to you guys in 1 second. But if you're using the basic roller, lay on your left side and bring your right knee in front. Now take the roller, so it kind of turns to a diagonal with the head of the roller facing you. And then I'm going to put my right knee on the roller. And then I'm going to square my body up. So in simple, I'm going to push forward and back. The muscle you're trying to get is right here, from knee to inner thigh, so the adductor. So if you're laying on the roller, you're right here. Good. Now, if you're using the stick, you're going to take that left leg out of your half circle, and you're going to bend your right leg. If there's a lot of space here, let's say your knee is up tall, I would put a towel or something underneath. But you're going to take that roller right on that inside of the knee. Okay? With the stick, pull it down toward the middle of the thigh, push back to the knee. Down to the middle of the thigh, push back to the knee. Keep going. If you're on the roller, you're going to push the roller out and then pull back to the knee. So we're all getting the same zone. It's a little sting and tender in this region, so bear with me. If you were tight in your IT band and the lateral gastroc, you're going to be tight in your adductors. Now, if you want less pressure, you're just going to come up. If I want more pressure, I'm going to get my body squared. Now, everybody, hold the roller right at the knee. If you're using the stick, you're going to do that rock side to side. If you're with me on the roller, you ready for this? Rotate your heel up and down. There you go. Up and down. I don't know, I'm not seeing a lot of faces. I don't know if you guys are getting the right zone or not. I'm kidding. Remember, comfortably uncomfortable. I don't want you to be in pain. But this is definitely one of those modalities when you hit a trigger point, it's like, ooh, I felt that one. Heel up, heel down. Couple more here. Heel up, heel down, one more. If you're on the roller, keep pulling your belly button in, okay? And pause. Go ahead and bring the rollers to the middle of the thigh. So now we're gonna go all the way up to the pelvis, back to the middle. All the way up to the pelvis, back to the middle. And yes, if you have a roller, you're gonna have to move it because it is a cylinder. They do tend to what we call walk. So make sure you know the muscle you're trying to get. Keep going on the roller. I'm just going to transition into the stick variation. So with this one, you're doing the same thing. I'm pulling toward the groin, pushing back out. Use your body so you're not stressing your arms and legs out. We're going to do 2 more passes. Good. Now on the roller, pause right in the center. You're going to rotate that heel back up and down. If you have the stick, we're going to rock side to side. This is how we create cross friction. So that's going against the muscle fibers. Good, breathe into it, work it out, find your zone. Maybe it's not exactly where I told you to stop, but it should be more in the belly of the muscle, and it should be a little more tender than the other areas you roll through. We have 2 more here, and last one, and time. Slowly come off of the roller. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So using the stick, I'm going to take my right leg out and bend my left leg in. And I'm going to bring the roller right to that top part of my knee. Using the roller, I'm going to lay on my right side. And I'm going to drape my left knee around onto the roller. And then I'm going to square my body up as much as I can. And I'm going to start to push that roller forward and pull back. I'm going to turn towards you guys a little bit better. So I'm pushing and pulling. You get to determine the amount of body weight that's on the roller. And now examine the body, seeing where you're holding tension. If you have more tension in the right, left. Remember, explore, breathe into it. When you find that little trigger point, maybe hold it. Good. So Sally, you have too much of the roller underneath your chin. So you want to turn the head of the roller up toward you more versus being in. So just try to get some of that lower leg off the roller. Now let's hold it at the knee. And if you're on the main roller, we're going to rotate the heel up and down. If you have the stick, you got it. You're rotating side to side. Keep your elbows and shoulders down. Good. Put your body into it. Nicely done. Feel that opening in the hip. 2 more. And last one. Now bring the roller to the center of the thigh. I just kind of scoop myself right over. You can go ahead and adjust the roller, or if you have the stick, bring it up closer to the inner thigh. And now push toward the groin, and then pull back to the center. Good. And again, let your body melt into it. The first couple times, getting accustomed to the position is a little bit challenging. But remember, keep thinking, what muscle am I targeting? And right now, it's your inner thigh, your adductor. You'll feel it all the way up to the groin, a little bit into that hip flexor. Depends on where you hold your tightness. Keep drawing that navel to thigh, navel to spine. Hold where you feel the most tension, and you're either rotating your heel up or rotating the stick side to side. Ease and steady, ease and steady. Good work. A little bit of cross friction. Keep drawing that navel to spine. You got it, team. 2 more. And last one. And then slowly roll out of it. And everybody come up to a seated position. If you do, well, it doesn't matter. Find yourself right in your center. And we're going to go into a couple stretches. So I want you to take your right leg out to the side. And what you want to feel is you want to feel that bow and arrow sensation through your legs. So I'm pressing my right heel out as my left foot is flexed in. It's not pulled all the way in. It's expanding so my hips are still grounded. Push that foot out and then start to walk forward towards me. And you're going to start to feel that inner hamstring and that inner thigh start to open up and stretch. Lift the sternum, pull the scapula down. Make sure your hip bones are on the mat. So I don't want to see us shifted to the side. So really keep that right hip anchored as best you can. Breathe into it. And exhale. Good work. Couple more. And slowly come on up. And then we'll switch sides. So take that left leg out, bend your right leg in, flexing into the foot. Again, think of that bow and arrow. And pushing out and pulling back. Ground both sit bones. And then walk your body forward. You should feel a little bit more availability opening up. And we're going to do the hamstrings as well. And then we're going to test the stretch again. And you'll see how those two go hand in hand together. Fold a little bit more if it's available. Remember, you're breathing into the stretch and not forcing it. Good, and then come on up. So now, for the hamstring, if you have the stick, you're going to bend your right leg, and you're going to actually be going right behind the knee. I do find there's times I'm going to show you underneath the hamstring, it does feel more comfortable to lay down and roll. So I'm going to let you decide if the sitting version is available. If you're on a roller, we have work to do. So you're going to place that roller right behind the knee. Good. Now this is where it's going to take some arm strength. So you're going to decide what works for you. Now, I like to take my other leg right on top. The hamstring group can usually take about 50% more strength than the quad. So you really have to lift into it. Now, I'm going to push my leg down into the roller to lift my butt. I'm going to say that again. Push my leg down to lift. Versus, I don't want you lifting off of your arms, okay? Once you're in position, pull the roller to the center of the hamstring, and then back behind the knee. Hamstring center, and then behind the knee. Relax the foot. So you're kind of thinking of a pendulum. You're moving your pelvis. Keep pushing your legs down. We're gonna do 4 more. And if you're using the stick, remember, it's from behind the knee to the center of the hamstring. We always divide at least into 2 zones. Okay, now if you're on the roller, hold it, lower your butt down. If you have the stick, you're going to go back into that side-to-side kind of kneeling position. If you're using the roller, you're going to turn your knee in and out. In and out. Good. So the hamstring is comprised of 3 different muscles. This is about where all of them start to cross behind the knee and you start to meet. So don't worry, you feel those little bumps, that little crunch. Not to worry here. Good. A little bit more tenderness on that inner knee. Got another trigger point right there. 2 more. Great. And last one. Now, hold the leg and do what I call a windshield wiper. If you're using the stick, you're doing that scratch variation. So windshield wiper, or with the stick and scratch. So this will be the stick side to side. So you're really getting that superficial fascia right at the underneath of the stick. 4, 3, 2, and time. Now I'm going to go to the middle of my hamstring. Good. I'm going to bring my other leg on top. I'm pushing my leg down. And now I'm going to come all the way to my sit bone and then back to the middle of the thigh. All the way to my sit bone and then to the middle of the thigh. If I'm laying down with the stick, I'm in that same position. All the way down and then back up. Good. Remember, you got to go in and out, kind of turn the leg. You're examining that muscle. Feel where that tightness is. A lot of us have that tightness on that inner part of the knee. If when you squat, your knees do what we call valgus knee and they go to the center, you really need to work on releasing that inner gastroc in your adductor muscle and your inner hamstring. So go ahead, keep pushing forward and back. Good. And move it around a little bit. and then hold, and let's do that windshield wiper one more time. Try to press down. You can use both legs or just really press that leg into the roller. But depending on the roller you have, it might be a little too light for this zone, not to worry. Just keep applying a little bit greater pressure. You're still gaining benefit. You're just not feeling it as intense. 4, 3, 2, and time. Slowly come on up. Now, I have 2 different stretches. So for the leg that you just worked, if this stretch is already a challenge, I'm going to challenge you to do this one again. If you want to make it a little harder, we're going to stand up and come into a wide-legged forward fold. Whew, my mat is very slippery today, so I'm going to come onto the floor. Here we go. So if you're in the wide-legged fold, the leg that you just stretched and lengthened, which for me was my right leg, I want you to push away from it. You're going to bend deeply into your left knee and rotate your right toe up. Good job. Now you really feel that stretch all inside. So there's your inner hamstring, your adductor. Karen, you can do this. Come on. I can see you guys and you give me faces. So your feet start here. I'm going to push away from my right foot, which I know I'm opposite. And then as I drop, I turn my left toe. Kind of like kung fu. That's what we call it in our yoga, the kung fu pose. But the goal is the toe rotates up and you feel that whole inner side. It is intense. Breathe into it. My left heel is up. I am not anchored down. So we're going to hold for 4 more seconds. Drop your butt down to your best ability, or you're in your seated straddle. Now walk your hands back to center. Drive over hips up. And then crawl forward onto your hands and knees. And let's do the left side. So if you're on the roller, it goes right behind the knee. I know that's an intense stretch, and it's meant to be. In addition to your adductor and inner hamstring, there's a little muscle at the top of your pelvis and femur called the adductor, and it attaches all the way in the top. All it does is rotate your femur in. So the tighter that is, the less abduction you can create. So let's go ahead and get into the back of the hamstring, right behind the knee. And again, I can bring this leg on top, or I can push down into my foot, or I can lay on my back, and I am rolling with my stick. But start your left side hamstring. Good. And then you're pushing forward and back. You don't have to lift your body up. This side for me always needs a little bit more work, so I go right into what I call zone 3. Good job. Keep breathing into it. Remember, you're exploring, so kind of go on the inside of the leg. Go back to the center, go to the outside. Those muscles all wrap the area. Good. We're going to do 4, 3. Make sure you're breathing. 2. You got it. And 1. Now, hold the position where you feel a little bit more tension and go right into that windshield wiper. Or if you're using a stick, this is your cross section. One side to side. So whatever you're using. So again, cross section. Think of windshield wiper. It's a small, quick movement. 4, 3, 2, and time. Go to zone 2, middle of the hamstring. So this is really where your bicep femoris is, and then you go right up to the base of your pelvis, which is where the muscles insert. So I'm going to push my leg down. And I'm going to roll from the base of my pelvis to the center of my hamstring. Use that stick. This will give you a break to get off of those shoulders if you have it, and you're going to go same thing. Rolling down to the pelvis, back to the center. You get the same benefits, just with a little bit less stress on the body. Breathe into it. Remember, kind of roll the leg in, roll it out, bring the stick in, bring it out. Whichever works for you, but keep thinking of exploring that muscle. Now find the area that has a little more tension and go into your windshield wiper, or if you're using the stick, we're rocking side to side. Keep breathing into it. Remember, everybody holds tension differently. That's why I'm not married to one zone. You need to explore it. So for me personally, mine's more of my attachment. Some of you, it might be right in the belly, which is the middle, wherever you need to go. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and slowly release and come down. So if the original straddle version worked for you, you're going to go back into this position and fold forward. If you want to go to that more advanced position, come into a wide-legged forward fold. So in a wide-legged forward fold, I feel like I'm pushing the ground apart. So you're really on the edge of your feet. Now, I'm going to shift my weight to my right. So I'm really pushing my left foot out. As I drop my butt down, my toe rotates up. So I'm going to feel that whole inner line, up my inner hamstring, adductor, and then that middle muscle called the adductor magnus. We're not going to roll that today, but as we get comfortable being on the rollers, that is something we're going to get into. Sink down into it and breathe. Comfortably uncomfortable. Remember that tip. Comfortably uncomfortable. Make sure that toe is dorsiflexed and pointed up. Dorsiflex pointed up, slight external rotation of the femur to get that inner side to release. Go ahead and shift your weight forward to your hands. Lift up. Finish it off in a wide-legged forward fold. Bring the crown of your head down, or you're still in your half straddle. Remember, half straddle or forward fold. And then I'm going to crawl back down to the knees. And we're going to go ahead and straighten those legs out. Push the ground away. Soften your knees. So toes are up. Pull your flesh up. So you're right on your sit bones. It's very important so we don't sit here all schlumpy. Nice and tall. Knees are bent. Lean forward. I need you to bend your knees. Grab the outside of your foot with your 2 hook fingers. Pull your toes towards you as you lift your spine. This is going to stretch that entire posterior chain that we have released. Now, straighten your right leg. Keep your left knee bent. Remember, you're straight. You're straight. Whatever's right for you. Bend your right knee. Straighten your left knee. Good. Bend your left. Straighten your right. See what we're kind of doing here. Working it out. Maybe you stay bent. That's fine. Now, keep that hook. Straighten your right. Straighten your left. Lift your sternum, fold your elbows down. And now breathe into the back line of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to let go of the tension. Breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to do one more together, team. Big breath in. And out. Good job. Go ahead and walk your hands up. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and go into the glutes. If you have a regular roller, I want you to go ahead and grab it, and you're going to sit on the roller, just like so. You're going to sit on it. Now, if you have a peanut, I want you to go ahead and use that instead of the stick for this one. So you're either on a roller or a ball. Peanut will work as well. Place that peanut right under the right cheek. Okay? Everybody stay seated on your roller. Sally, go ahead and bend your knees. Everybody has knees bent. Now, if I'm on a ball, I'm going to let my knees drop to the side. Okay? If I'm on a ball. Everyone else stay there. Now, if I'm on the roller, I'm going to cross my right heel on top of my left thigh. Good. My right hand's going to go on the mat. My left hand goes to my right ankle. I'm going to pick my body up and put the side of my right glute in the roll. And we're all going to roll forward and back. So the only difference is if you're on a ball, your knees fall to the side, you're not in a figure 4. But make sure your knees fall to the side where the ball is at. And they stay there. So if I'm on the ball, my knees are going to be to the side. So much harder on the ball, but that's okay. And I'm just doing the same, little movements forward and back. So this is your glute, this is your piriformis, all those external rotators. Now find that center and hold it. Hold wherever you feel the most tension. Now, you're going to hit the hips side to side, like a little shift, like you're trying to scratch your butt. So again, if I'm on the roller, I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm digging my butt in. If I'm on the ball, my movements aren't going to be as big or as aggressive. But keep trying to dig into that hip joint. For 4, keep moving, 3, 2, and time. We're gonna do a couple more passes. Move forward and back. Good. If I'm on the ball and I'm hitting trigger points, which happens a lot more aggressively on the ball, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm not gonna move those trigger points. I'm gonna let my knee collapse. I'm gonna let my legs relax, and I'm gonna fall into it. If you're feeling those trigger points on the roller, do the same thing. Rather than moving, just relax into it. Good. Everybody go ahead and slowly go ahead and come back to center. And if you're sitting on your roller, both sit bones are on it. If you're on the ball, come off of it for a second. Give your spine a break and just lift up. Well done. All right. Place that ball under the left cheek or your roller. We're going to turn around so you guys can see. I'm going to cross my left foot on top of my right knee. I'm going to use my right hand on my left ankle, and I'm going to pick my body up and turn to the side. So my weight is on the roller. My arm is a kickstand, minimal to no weight, and now start to roll forward and back. If you're on the ball, remember your knees just drop to the side. And same thing, we're still moving forward and back. So the knees should drop to the side that has the ball, and then I'm moving my pelvis forward and back. Now find the area that you have the most tension, hold. Either hold it, melt into it, or start to go into that little side shift. Good. So I'm going to hold because being on the ball, it really kind of, it's like a therapist taking their knuckle or their elbow and really digging into it. Hold and breathe. Good. And now go ahead and start to move forward and back again if it's available. Remember, keep thinking of explore. And if when you explore, you find that little knot, hold it, breathe into it. Good. Couple more. Whew, mine's always right at the base. 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back to the center. You go ahead and come off of any of the foam rollers that you were on. Take your legs out in front of you, straighten them out. And now, cross your right heel on top of your left thigh. Dorsey flex the foot, bend your left knee, and sit up nice and tall. Feel that right knee drop open and really feel that nice stretch in your external rotators. Lift the chest up. If this is stressful on your shoulders to any ability at this point, you can lay flat and go into the supine variation. Everybody, you'll get the same benefit. This one just can be a little more taxing on the shoulders, and I recognize that. Keep flexing the foot though, wherever you're at. That right foot has to be flexed, means keep the integrity of the knee. Good, here's 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna straighten my left leg and release my right. Now left heel goes on top, flex the foot, and I'm gonna bend my right leg in, and then I'm gonna lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Feel rooted in your sit bones. Feel that knee opening out and really lengthen. And breathe into it. Remember what I said earlier? One side will always be tighter than the other. Deep breath in and out. Good. One more time. Deep breath in and out. And release. Go ahead and shake out the arms. Good. And release. So each week I am planning to do a different variation. I chose to do lower body today because I know a lot of us are walking and bike riding and doing activities more frequently than we had prior to. I will recommend the stick is good to have, but I really do want everyone to have at least a foam roller. Now, if the main foam roller that you had today works, that's fine. The one I recommend is the Triggerpoint, because this one, it's the same model that you have, Fran, it's just in the foam roller itself. So it's the same Triggerpoint company, yep. So if you go onto Amazon, Laura, that one works, as long as you have an actual cylinder. As long as we have a cylinder. Sally, that one works. If you need a recommendation on where to get the cylinder or if you need a stick, just let me know. Everyone that's on here right now has my number, so just shoot me a text. Fran, I will send you the link for the cylinder. Otherwise, you guys have a great afternoon. And join me next Monday. We're gonna plan on doing some upper body next week. All right, let me.